Lego is one of the best inventions of all time. Literally go up to anyone on the street and ask them what they think of Lego. Hey man, what do you think of Lego? With Lego's popularity, it was only time before we got a movie based on the brand. Lego Clutch Powers was released in 2010, and while it hasn't aged great, it's still a pretty good watch. I felt so cool watching this when I was a whippersnapper, sipping my Capri Sun. Those were the days. But while we were all busy living our lives, the Warner Animation Group, they've been working hard on a new project. A project no one was ready for. They made the Lego Movie, an absolute classic of a film, and it's what we're taking a look at today. So let's go. And would you look at that? We're not even a second into this movie, and it already looks absolutely amazing. We went from Clutch Powers looking alright, and then you pull up with the Lego Movie. Oh, it's beautiful. This is one of the rare movies where you actually agree with the villain. Lord Business here, he just likes buying the sets and keeping them as they are. He doesn't break them down to build other stuff. No, he just likes the way they look normally. Oh, you know, I'm like him, basically. I really relate to this man. I don't like breaking them down. Just keep them as they are. And now we're introduced to our boy Emmett, voiced by Chris Pratt. I actually got my morning routine from the Lego Movie. I can't start my day if I don't do 2 or 3 jumping jacks in the morning. It really gets me in the mood to have a good day.
Honey, where are my pants? Always use a turn signal.
You can tell Emmett doesn't drive a BMW because he actually used his turn signal. Emmett and his crew were actually responsible for the building in GTA 5 that's never been finished. You want to know the reason why it's never been finished? It's because by the end of the day, they always just end up having a massive rave. Emmett wanders off from his squad and finds Wildstyle, and she's looking for the piece of resistance. But Emmett is scared of women, so he falls down a hole. And you know what Emmett finds down in this hole? It's the piece of resistance. The one piece that will stop Lord Business from putting Lego sets and keeping them as they should be. I'm just going to go on a quick rant. This has always annoyed me. It still annoys me now. But the piece of resistance in this movie is not the same piece that you got in the Lego set. Why couldn't they make a movie-accurate Lego piece? Emmett then decides to touch the piece and views all of existence at once. Emmett gets knocked out by the power of the piece and he wakes up a few hours later in an interrogation room. And guess who's interrogating him? It's your boy Bad Cop, played by Liam Neeson, literally the best casting in any movie ever. Bad Cop then realises that the piece of resistance is actually stuck to Emmett's back. So Bad Cop takes him to the melting chamber.
Take him to the melting chamber.
I had this set when I was a child, it was pretty cool. While we're busy looking at Bad Cop's beautiful face, Wildstyle comes in and steals Emmett. Now you might want to prepare yourself here for quite literally one of the coolest chase scenes in any movie ever. You see here, Emmett says he's never driven a motorcycle before.
Sorry, never driven a motorcycle.
But that is clearly the skill of someone who has mastered the Oppressor Mark II. And after that intense chase scene, they escape the city.
Nice shot!
And where have they gone now? They are in the Wild West area. Emmett and Wildstyle get some appropriate outfits and then they decide to head to the pub. Sorry about that, wrong movie. There we go, that's better. They meet up with Vitruvius from the start of the movie, but they can't get much done before Bad Cop shows up again. And now it's time for another chase scene. This one's better than the last because it's got water physics. All my homies love water physics. Nah, I'm just kidding. They're actually saved by
Batman!
So I'm just going to have to skip ahead a little bit here because there is one video about them going from the western area to Cloud Cuckoo Land, and it's been deep fried so much. I know I'm not using that. And now we've arrived at Cloud Cuckoo Land. I hate this place. It's too goddamn bright. Emmett's here to give a speech to all the master builders. They're going to stop Lord Business. So let's have ourselves a listen in.
You fucking bastard, say you phone son! Call Birmingham and I'll fuck you up! Call Birmingham now, and I'll fuck you up!
Emmett, man, what the hell was that? That was a terrible speech. No one's going to help you now. He looks so sad, though. I feel really bad for him, but at least things can't get worse than this. It would seem things got worse, but it's alright. They can escape in the Batmobile. There's one final character for us to be introduced to, and it's Benny. He's a crack addict. My man just loves those spaceships. Now it's time for another epic chase sequence. But you know, this one's even better because it's got even more water physics. You know, everyone's quite sad after this. You know, the entire city's just been destroyed. Some people have now got no home. But Emmett comes up with his one good idea to make everyone feel better. It's the double-decker couch. You know, I've probably watched this film 10, 15 times, and maybe I've just got a small brain, but I've never figured out why this submarine explodes. I've just got no idea. The double-decker couch comes in clutch again, everyone climbs inside, and they're all saved from the explosion because the double-decker couch is indestructible. See, now you may have realised that they're just stuck in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, it's not like a big, gigantic ship is just gonna come out of nowhere and save us, my gosh!
Now that everyone's safe, they start to devise a plan to stop Lord Business, but they need a hyperdrive to do this. But lucky for them, the Millennium Falcon comes out of literally nowhere, and then Batman steals their hyperdrive. Which means that in this universe, Batman is responsible for the death of Han Solo. And now it's time for the final part of the movie, the epic heist. Everyone heads to Lord Business's tower, and they all break off and do their own thing, but we're going to follow Emmett and Wildstyle, because that's what's most important here. Emmett and Wildstyle dress up as robots so they can sneak in, but they end up getting distracted and have a bit of a rave instead. While they're dancing, though, they get captured, and it's just in time for the saddest scene in any movie ever. So probably make sure you've got some tissues near you. It is quite upsetting. You know, don't let any small children watch this, because even I'm depressed by this.
For the purity of imagination.
Vitruvius!
Will change the course of history.
Is this scene necessary? No, not in the slightest. When I was like 10 years old and this happened, bro, that ruined me. I was depressed for weeks. Lord Business then sticks Emmett to a AA battery so that he can kill everyone with it, and it's just, this film gets dark for no reason, but then Emmett just jumps out a window. See, now you're probably thinking, where the hell are we? What the hell's going on? Emmett has actually fallen so far, he has ended up in real life. But it gets even crazier than this. Guess who comes downstairs? Will Ferrell. And he plays Lord Business in the Lego movie. And what does Will Ferrell want to do in real life? Glue all the Lego sets together. It's gone full circle. Will Ferrell is Lord Business. Best plot twist ever. Now, small child here, who we're going to call Finn, because that's his name, realises that only Emmett can stop this, puts him down a funny tube and sends him back to the Lego world. While falling, Emmett realises that he wants to be an absolute badass, so he lands with an epic explosion, and then he starts to build a big mech and goes straight for Lord Business. Do you want to see how epic Emmett has become? Of course you do. Let's roll the clip. Now I know what you're thinking. Will this movie be ended with just these two amazing characters having a massive brawl that shows both of their strengths? No, it will be ended in the way that all men finish their arguments, by hugging it out. Now, the end of this film is really nice, really wholesome. Everyone's friends again. It's all really good stuff. But then one more thing happens where these Lego Duplo things come down from the sky, and it's set up for what could have been the best sequel ever, but it turned out to be Lego Movie 2. And that's the end of the movie. Honestly, to me, Lego Movie's the best animated film. I know people are going to go Spider-Verse, but hear me out here, Lego Movie, it's just a little bit better. It's so wholesome, it's got a good message, it's got an amazing animation style, and it just looks absolutely class. This film's got a really good cast. I'm going to say Liam Neeson, oh my god, man was born to play bad cop, not Qui-Gon Jinn, absolutely crazy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or Lord Business will glue you to the floor. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a class day, boy!